5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Heroes never die.
Make the ground shake.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Mr. SSG coming to another video today, and guys, we have some amazing Genji tutorials going on. This is Sarek, and we're gonna look at his season 4. He finished 4220, literally almost 10 SR out of top 500, season high at 4297. This kid is a monster, and I'm gonna show you his clips while he tells you what to do and what not to do, who to target and who not to target as Genji. Let's get started.
Thank you, SSG. Now, the first thing I would like to say is that obviously we all know that Genji is a very complex character. It takes lots of knowledge, and the reason for that is because Genji is very situational, but he can be put into pretty much any composition. He works great at diving. He works great on the defense with all his abilities, you know, going after healers. But one thing that I see many people make a mistake is that they mainly use Genji to be in the back line, for example, behind a Reinhardt or behind your tanks, when your job is to be flanking your healers, taking them out, making sure that Mercy does not have res, and if she does, take her out before she could use it. Genji, like I said, is a very versatile flanker. He's great at getting up to high places, spamming your shurikens for ultimate charge. It is just...
Okay, Sarek, and this happens to me a lot. I'll be in the back line as a Mercy. Most of the times I shouldn't even be revealed, so that's my mistake. But the moment I hear Genji's ult activates, I've had times where he will not turn off of anyone until I am dead. He will not stop targeting me. Is that something that you do, or if I'm getting away, is it a lost cause, or do you still chase me until the Mercy's dead?
Of course. As Genji, it is always your job to get rid of the Mercy. She is the main healer on almost all compositions. Once she's dead, she's pretty much the key factor to winning the team fight. Because really, when you think about it in a competitive match, nowadays, the meta is pretty much, well, Mercy's everywhere. And it is really a resurrection battle. So whoever gets that resurrection off pretty much wins the team fight. And that means the Mercy has to be alive on either side. If you take out the Mercy, you pretty much have a major advantage. Unless the other team is able to clutch it, of course. But most of the times, the battle is in your favor.
Okay, now, what about if your team has a Zarya, and let's say she's not in chat? Do you hold your Dragon Blade for her? Or if you see the right opportunity, say there's a Mercy and Lucio behind enemy lines, do you immediately take them out, or do you save your ult for the Graviton?
Most Genjis I know tend to rely on Graviton to use their Dragon Blade, and while that isn't a bad choice, most of the times, let's say a Zenyatta has Transcendence and he gets into the Graviton, obviously his first instinct is to pull that Transcendence while you're Dragon Blading, and it's pretty much gone to waste. So remember, Dragon Blade is a very versatile ability. I mean, it can combo with pretty much anything: Earth Shatter, Blizzard, Graviton Surge. So really, you can use it however you want. As a Genji, I see that most of them tend to try and use it like 1v6, which is not a very good thing to do, especially when your team is always dying. They get that mindset, and I admit, I do too, where they think that they can clutch and get an epic play to upload on YouTube or something, but that isn't the case. If you see a Mercy or any type of their healers, make sure to pop Dragon Blade immediately, especially when a team fight is engaging, because you can, for example, trigger a Zenyatta to use Transcendence, which therefore you can easily get out with Dragon Blade with the extra dash reset, and you just have to plan strategically, honestly. You make Zenyatta use Transcendence, Zarya has Grav, she Gravitons them, that's when everybody else can go ham. Because while Dragon Blade is a devastating weapon, it is easy to bait out support ults, such as Beat Drop, Transcendence, or even Res. So use it to however you want. It is a very, very versatile ultimate.
Okay, I'm glad you actually said that, because in a lot of the games I get in, even on defense, I'll see a Genji flank, and Hanamura is actually a great example. I'm pretty sure we've all been through this. The Genji dashes through, gets on the top building to the right, and literally just shurikens the Rhine for about 5 minutes until nothing happens. Now, a lot of people look at that as charging ult, but in that situation where you get behind enemy lines, Of course you're going to be seen, you're going to be called out, but there's not many characters that can do anything about you while you up there. Do you charge your ult with that, do you use the Ryan to charge your ult, or do you immediately get aggressive on the healers? That's kind of a controversial subject that people have been talking about.
Right, because as Genji, when you're not, like, let's say being all aggressive and engaging in a team fight, going after healers, of course you have to be charging your ultimate, and that's when tanks are great to target. But at the same time, you must not take too long distracting yourself charging your ultimate when, let's say, your team is already engaged in a fight. It is very important to first prioritize the situation, as in what's going on. Are we poking through the choke, trying to charge our ultimates? If that's the case, then yes, you must get up to a high place where no one can reach you and just spam shurikens. Especially on the defense or on King of the Hill. That is a great time when you already took control of the point. You just get up to a high place, like let's say Oasis, and just continue charging your ultimate through there by spamming shurikens. Genji requires many patience, honestly. It is best to remember that while you're playing him. So once again, it is not too bad to just spam shurikens from atop.
Okay, now the last question. This is something that a lot of people rage at, and as a Genji player, you can get cussed out or, you know, bitched at if you don't switch. But we all know who's on the other team that's gonna give you issues, and it's Winston. What do you feel about that?
Of course. I mean, as a Genji main, sometimes you have your days where you're not doing your best, and, you know, people tell you to switch, and honestly, that is the best choice to do, because depending on what the other team has, let's say a Winston, a Zarya, while it is easy, for example, me to maneuver around them because I know how to handle them, because while people will think that Winston is pretty much Genji's complete counter to the point where he's unable to do anything, that is not true. If you know how to maneuver, because so much to get out here, you must always remember that you have much more versatility than a Winston. Wall climb, dash, double jump. So if you know how to maneuver yourself around the Winston, you can pretty much dive on healers as you would, as if there wasn't any. However, if the Winston is truly giving you a problem, then obviously it is your job to switch, because most Genjis, they tend to panic when a Winston is on them, tend to wall climb away, only for the Winston to just leap back up and pretty much, I mean, roast them. Roast them? What the fuck? Pretty much kill them.
Okay, and I have two final questions. Now, these two are the most important questions any Genji player can answer. Are you ready?
Of course, I'm ready.
Can you see the payload, and do you need healing right now?
Hold up. This is a question, right? This isn't like the truth?
This is a question.
Man, everybody already knows.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to this channel, make sure you check out my other content. Also, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button, leave a like, and leave me some feedback in the comment section below. I hope you all have an amazing day, and this is Mr. SSG saying peace.